liftoff of the Falcon 9 rocket on Starlink 6-66. Falcon 9 has cleared the tower. Now a little more than a minute into flight, Falcon 9 is approaching max Q at the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure on the vehicle.
MVAC chill has started.
Good call from SpaceX there, thermally conditioning the Merlin vacuum engine on the Falcon 9's second stage before separation and ignition. Now 2 minutes into flight. Less than 30 seconds away from main engine cutoff, stage separation, and that engine ignition. There you see MECO. Stage separation. And MVAC startup.
MECO.
Stage separation confirmed.
And there you see those events on the SpaceX feed.
MVAC startup.
Still got a great tracking view from our friend Pete Carsons with Max Q Productions. Now a little more than 3 minutes into flight. Coming up to fairing separation.
Separation confirmed.
See that on the SpaceX feed. In the big box you can see those fairings floating away just off to the left. Because it's so clear and the lighting conditions are right, still got eyes on the Falcon 9 first stage from Pete. Those puffs you're seeing are the cold gas thrusters that are helping to adjust the booster's attitude or positioning as it makes its way back towards the drone ship. Falcon booster actually
Stages are following nominal trajectories.
is still climbing at this point. It has not quite reached its apogee. It appears the booster B-1069 has reached its apogee now, at 14 kilometers in altitude. Now a little more than 4.5 minutes into flight. Coming up, the next milestone is the start of the entry burn, which is just a little more than a minute away at roughly T plus 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Given the clarity of the sky today, between Pete and the booster. You may actually be able to see that entry burn as the Falcon 9 first stage slows itself down in preparation for a booster landing coming up a little more than 8 minutes into the mission. Now, about 6 minutes into flight, the entry burn should be starting momentarily. There's a little bit of
Stage 1
cloud
FTS
in
is
between
staged.
Pete's camera
Stage 1 entry
and the
burn
first
startup.
stage booster, so may not be able to see it, unfortunately, from the ground. Scanning the skies for it, but you can see it on the Falcon 9's onboard camera. At this point, the entry burn will have concluded in real time, so unfortunately, just out of the right lighting
Stage 1
conditions.
entry burn shutdown.
But a valiant effort nonetheless. Now, T plus 6 minutes, 44 seconds into this mission.
Nominal trajectories.
The good call from SpaceX.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
We are now looking towards the start of the first stage landing burn, set to begin in less than a minute. That most recent call you just heard from SpaceX regarding the FTS on the Falcon 9's second stage, that is the flight termination system, no longer needed at this stage in flight. Falcon booster a little more than 10 kilometers in altitude and quickly coming down.
Stage 1 transonic.
Now approaching the 8th minute in flight and approaching the landing of this first stage booster on the drone ship.
Stage 1 landing burn.
That single Merlin engine now having been ignited.
Stage 2 terminal guidance.
Drone ship views should be coming up hopefully shortly. There we go.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy.
And a 20th landing for B-10.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
69.
MVAC shut down.
With the conclusion of the first burn of the second stage, Falcon 9 upper stage now going into a coast phase until T plus 54 minutes and 2 seconds. There will be a brief 2-second burn on that upper stage, preparing for the Starlink satellites to be deployed at T plus 1 hour, 5 minutes, and 11 seconds. So far, a nominal flight of this Falcon 9 rocket as it continues on. And as we continue on with this coverage, want to thank a couple more folks for your support this late morning. Our thanks to Sean Buckwell for a $2 super chat, expressing some support for the channel here.